We've lost the collective thought of every battered, bruised, and defeated god and warrior present. Appearing alone to meet the remnants of their resistance, our protagonist Kim Yu-won reports the death of Merlin, Azra, and Vishnu, solemnly expressing that after what he saw, he knows they have no way to win against an outer god. With no options left, Kronos, an existence that has the divinity to control time, steps forward, activating clock movement. Facing Kim Yu-won, Kronos states, "This is the only way for us to reverse time, and that as the price, I probably won't exist in the world you're returning to." Kim Yu-won, chosen as the last hope of the Lessers amongst the gathering of legendary figures. Wukong reaffirming that despite being the last to join the tower, Yu-won adapted the fastest to this world, climbing the tower to be amongst the first to reach the top and create legends by their side, obtaining divinity and a god title, standing as their equal. Hercules adding that as beings from the higher floors, their power is restricted on the lower levels, so it must be him who goes in order to change the tower. His friends giving him their final farewells, as in the past they will have never met. Yu-won then activating Kronos' clock movement with the fading thought of "it looks like I'll be having a hard time." Now in the past, Yu-won feels the lightness of his body without his former stats and magic power to support it, meaning he'll have to start all over again, when suddenly he gets punched square in the jaw, firming it to find a student from his former university, reminding Yu-won that he was a uni student before everything changed. The student throwing another punch, but now aware he evades the strike, asking for the date, enraging the student who comes forward yet again, this time receiving a swift chop from Yu-won. Moving on, he checks his phone to see it's 9 hours before they enter the tutorial. In the Hongdae neighborhood, soon to be midnight on New Year's Eve, Kim Young-hoon, the student from before, is chilling on the streets with his gang of friends. One of them noticing Yu-won strolling down the street with a suitcase in tow. Seeing this, Kim Young-hoon and his friends surround Yu-won, who simply checks his watch and says, "It's almost 12. Enjoy the remaining 3 minutes. It'll be hell after that." Myung-hoon, fed up with his strange words, stepping forward, only to come to a sudden halt at the sight of Yu-won and numerous weapons in his now open suitcase, earning the shock and fear of the student and his friends, as well as the nearby civilians. Yu-won, backpack on and knife in hand, booting the suitcase of weapons away, thinking this should be enough for the most populated area in Seoul, as the time ticks over to midnight. A deafening noise resounds across Seoul, with lightning, purple lights, and digitalized squares appearing throughout the city. A system window then announcing the beginning of the tutorial, asking them to survive the zombies for 30 minutes. Seeing a large group of zombies before him, Yu-won notes their quantity, thinking the large amount is due to the system settings that increase difficulty based on the population of a district to maintain fairness. Thinking of the blood soon to be spilled, the system summons everyone a basic weapon. Yu-won scoffing at the poor quality. The past Yu-won was satisfied to just survive, but now he needs to do more than that. Pulling out a capsule of liquid and pouring it over the blade of the knife he brought himself, rushing forward and beheading a zombie, becoming the first person within the district to kill a zombie, earning a huge amount of experience points, and leveling up with a sly smirk on his lips. Continuing the trend, he goes on slashing through zombie after zombie, gaining level after level as he kills the horde around him. Seeing the slaughter, some people gain the confidence to fight back, thinking the zombie's weak, with a man running forward and driving his axe into one, but it's too shallow, the man screaming at his grim end. Seeing this, Yu-won thinks of how while zombies are slow and weak, they feel no pain and are hard to kill, not to mention their poisonous bite, which is fatal. After all, it's by no means an easy feat to survive and climb the tower. Striking down on the neck of a zombie, Kim Yu-won clicks his tongue at the failed attack, thinking the effect must have expired as he kicks the monster away, then pulling out another capsule of liquid, breaking it with his knife to douse the blade. Yu-won, having discovered the weakness of these zombies to be salt, from an interaction he had with a salt farmer in his previous life, massacring the zombies once more with his blade drenched in a salt solution, earning him an unbelievable achievement, having just killed 100 zombies within 10 minutes, obtaining 3 free stat points as a reward. Free stat points are different from level up points that raise your stats randomly when you level, as these can be put into any stat you want. Kimmy-won choosing to keep them for now and use them later, heading off in search of a suitable location. Elsewhere, Myung-hoon struggles to handle a single zombie, getting overpowered by it, now completely defenseless. But before the zombie reaches him, something falls from above as the zombies collapse en masse. In the sky above, jumping from roof to roof, Yu-won dusts the sky with salt from his bag, leveling up consecutively thanks to the air raid, ending the first tutorial with 4,077 survivors. Yu-won then receiving his reward according to the amount of enemies killed, resulting in him being awarded 1,427 points, along with additional stat points, a bonus 500 points for the most kills, and an extra 1,000 points for an unbelievable achievement. Yu-won earning a collective 3,027 points, already level 16 compared to the 10 points he got in his past life. Thinking the second tutorial is about to start, Yu-won is startled when a lackey intervenes, announcing to all how to use points, since this is a special case where someone has already reached the threshold, explaining that points can be used to buy items beyond your wildest imagination in the store, or they can be used as currency, trading points with anyone, as long as you shake hands. The second tutorial then beginning with the creation of a multi-layered safe zone, and the alert that they will receive 100 points every 3 hours. Spotting Yu-won out of the corner of his eye, Myung-hoon rushes up to him, confronting him as to why he is heading away from the safe zone, and trying to suck up to him after seeing his strength. However, Yu-won brushes him off, telling him to go to the safe zone if he wants to survive, and don't act up. Rejected, he heads inside the safe zone, but trailing behind one of his friends is stopped by a barrier of light. At the disturbance, those inside then noticing the system window above, it stating the capacity for the zone to be 2,038, half the amount of the survivors, with a pack of gigantic earthworms feasting on those outside the protection of the safe zone. Meanwhile, with a clean slash, Yu-won dispatches an earthworm on his own, earning 300 points and 2 random stats for being the first to kill one. Unable to see them until they burrow out of the ground, Yu-won focuses in on his other senses, feeling and hearing the movements around him, instantaneously reacting to the emergence of one beneath him, crushing its head with a stomp before decapitating it, with a slash separating it in 2, leveling up once more with 3 stat increases, leaving him hopeful to gain a lot of stat points if he does this right. He enters the underground subway, as it's the perfect place for earthworms to make a den, and equally the best place for him to hunt them. Discovering the hidden dungeon Hongdae University station, obtaining another 100 points for finding it. Yu-won pulling out a second blade and taking a fighting stance with the goal of hitting level 20. Slicing his way through the mass of earthworms, a shiny marble falls from one of the deceased worms. Yu-won, now with the marble in hand, even more amped to kill these guys. Back on the surface, everyone receives an alert, having earned 100 points, and the system announces the red zone will be activated, shrinking the safe zone and its capacity, adding that if the limit is exceeded, a person will randomly be ousted, then pushing more than 300 people out of the zone, inciting panic as the earthworms appear to enjoy the feast. Myung-hoon still inside, declaring to all that from now we're going to choose who will be dying, singling out an old man and stating, "I'm going to kill this old man." Meanwhile, underground, Yu-won continues the hunt, splitting a worm open from the mouth and dissecting another through its midsection, leveling up again to finally reach level 20, with a full bag of marbles collected as well. Now level 20, Yu-won has a total of 3,527 points and 5 free stat points, but he notes he won't get a big reward till he takes out that, then choosing to allocate all 5 free stat points to magic power, as it's the foundation for his future powers and the most important stat. Thinking his magic power of 18 is a good start, as even the minority who had the tower's blessing started off with 12. Yuan then calling out to the ceiling behind him, "You're watching, right?" Exposed from the shadows, the lackey reveals itself, expressing its surprise at being found in Yuan's level. Yuan says it was locked, the lackey replying that people that say that are the most terrifying. The lackey asks why he called out, surprised once more by Yuan's answer, to buy a skill. The lackey adding, "You're probably the first to do so on the second tutorial," with the store window appearing behind it. Scrolling through the skills shown, he asks if there's more, but backs down to the lackey, who asked if he's looking for a specific one, not wanting to draw unwanted attention. Deciding on the skill Monkey's Eyes, costing him 2,000 points. The lackey confused at his choice since it's not that good, then using all but his remaining 27 points on the basic arcane sword, with the ability to envelop the sword in magical power. The lackey complimenting his choice this time around, disappearing with a glow, ending, "I have high expectations," leaving Yuan wondering if he has become a special administration target. Though it matters not, since he got to this point fairly, so they have nothing to punish him for. The only bad thing being him being a returner, but will they figure it out? After all, clock movement was created by Kronos, Odin, and Mimir. Kronos even erasing his existence as a penalty for using it. So not even admins, let alone lackeys, should be able to tell. Even still, his goal doesn't change. Activating his new rank F skill, we see its effects, increasing vision and fortifying the 5 senses. Now finding himself face to face with the boss of the second tutorial, the Mother Worm. He stomps on the body of one of its children, forcing out its pain screeches. Yuan using this to enrage the protective Mother Worm, who rushes forward, crushing its surrounding children, blinded by rage. Yuan leaping into the air, evading its bite, then butchering the monster on its back, cutting, slashing, and stabbing it, leaping into the air once more when it flips, surfing along its body while cutting it apart, leaping one final time, thanking it mid-air for coming straight for him, delivering one final magic-infused slash, splitting its face and body clean through. At the safe zone, Myung-hoon forces more people out of the zone, justifying it as the choice of the majority. Though those on the outside argue back at his tyranny, but with a knife in his hand, they can only await the disappearance of the shrinking barrier and the monsters beyond its protection. But with 3 seconds to spare, the time in the system window stops, then alerting them that they passed the second tutorial and the safety zone will stop shrinking, the second tutorial ending in 15 hours. Whilst atop the Mother Worm, Yuan sits, talking to the lackey about the fight. It's been 30 minutes since he defeated it. Him thinking that as the Mother Worm's death was never considered possible, the lackeys must have been discussing what the reward should be, bluntly asking the one present, "What's my reward?" Again poking the lackey's curiosity at this overly knowledgeable human. But moving on, Yuan is given 3 choices. First, to skip straight to the 5th tutorial, also including the info and rewards from the 3rd and 4th tutorials. The second option is simply points, and the third option is connecting him with Olympus, a recommendation to one of the organizations that rule over the tower. Still, after thinking it over, Yuan decides to go with the second reward, stunning the lackey, receiving 10,000 points as his reward. The lackey tries to sway him to the third option, since he hasn't used the points yet. But Yuan knows better, telling it to do its job properly, since that definitely wasn't approved by the administrator, adding, "I wonder if the other lackeys were bought out by Olympus or the other powers in the tower." Now, with one more thing to do, he requests a meeting with the administrator for 1,000 points, to the lackey's horror. The admin accepting, with Yuan thinking the tutorial is a place that must be separated from the tower, and he will certainly not overlook this. Then the tower's lowest floor, the tutorial administrator, appearing in a flash of purple, greets the unusual human who he's heard so much about. If you enjoyed the vid, like, sub, and comment below. Peace.